Hello, University of Washington class of 2020. Congratulations on graduating. I know this is very weird, this pandemic graduation. You're still gonna graduate, it just doesn't really feel like it, but put yourselves in the shoes of a Wazoo grad. It's not like any of them have ever graduated with any sort of education, so you should count yourself as very lucky. So, happy graduation, University of Washington. Go Dogs!
Hey, I'm Rick Steves, a fellow UW history grad. A history degree. Ha! Just what every parent dreams for their student. And getting it in 2020, impeccable timing. I got 2 degrees at the UW. History because I love it. And business because I thought I needed something practical. Looking back 40 years later, it's my history degree that I think has enriched my life the most. And about that timing, history speaks to us. It's speaking to us now. And the importance of hearing it and sharing that message has never been more important. I know there are fellow societal leaders in the 2020 UW Department of History graduating class that will put that degree to very good use. Caring people who will live lives and careers that demonstrate how there is great value in appreciating history. Congratulations and best wishes to each of you.
Congratulations, new historians. I received my PhD in 2017, and I'm so grateful to have received such an outstanding education. Today, more than ever, I'm so proud to congratulate my new fellow UW historians who have taken on the challenge of engaging with the people, the ideas, and the lessons of the past. Thank you for taking such an important step towards becoming thoughtful and compassionate members of our communities.
Hello and congratulations to 2020 history graduates at the University of Washington. My name is Mark Dawson. I graduated in 1980, and I absolutely loved being a history student at the University of Washington. I continued on to graduate school in international relations and then had a career in the financial services world, working in New York City and then returning to Seattle. Many of you will, or some of you, will continue on as academics in the history field. Your path is probably unknown in terms of where you will land, but your areas of study are well defined. But perhaps the majority of you will go into other areas where your background in history will be more supplemental in a sense, rather than your profession per se. You will bring tremendous skills to your colleagues and your organizations. And 2 in particular I want to highlight. One is the ability to write. You'd be amazed how rare that skill is. And all of you have written many, many papers and developed and honed your ability to analyze. That skill is extremely valuable in the professional world. And second, I've always viewed history as an integrative field, a multidisciplinary one that involves culture, economics, society, and all different elements that require an integrative way of looking at the world. That skill also is rare inside of companies. And I wish you well as you go out there and test the job market and pursue your interests. Good wishes to all of you and hearty congratulations.
Hi everyone, my name is Marika Justad. I'm a musician and I'm a graduate of the University of Washington's Department of History class of 2013. To the class of 2020, I'd like to say congratulations and to offer some words of encouragement. I won't pretend that this is a normal graduation. We are living through a global pandemic and what is becoming a modern-day civil rights movement. The average American is waking up to find that maybe they don't understand the history of this country or of the world as well as they thought they did. That maybe our history has at times been edited or whitewashed or ignored. This goes to demonstrate just how necessary all of you are. History might not be the sexiest degree, and your classrooms are probably a bit dustier than those of, say, the business school, but the work that you have done to get yourself to this point and will continue to do is of the utmost importance. Maybe you'll become a professor of history or you already know that you're going to become a lawyer, get into politics, maybe you'll become an artist. But no matter what road you choose to go down, your history degree will travel with you. It will help you to see the world more clearly and to think critically about the systems and the beliefs that guide our everyday lives. And it will also allow you to fight ignorance with fact, wherever you may encounter it. To the class of 2020, I know that the way forward can't look easy. Previous generations followed roadmaps that in many ways do not apply to you. But I also know that you will blaze new trails, and I do not doubt that you will do incredible things. Once again, to the class of 2020, congratulations.
Hello, graduates. I am very happy to be asked by your department leader to be one of your speakers on this afternoon. My name is Larry Gossett, and I have the honor of being a 1971 graduate of the University of Washington's history department. And I'm very happy to have the chance to talk to you about what it was like majoring in history during those days compared to the significant challenges that exist for all of you today. Back in 1968 to 71, when I was a student and had already declared a major in history, and in 69, after the Black Student Union had taken over and had a sit-in at the University of Washington's campus and got the university to make a commitment to creating a Black Studies program, we were able to create some classes that offer students a perspective of US as well as world history from the prism, from the visionary perspective of African Americans and other people of color. And it ended up serving students throughout the university really quite well over the years. For instance, in 1968, we had about 1,500 classes in all the arts and humanities departments. Not one of those classes was being taught by an African American, Latino, Asian, or Native American. Not one of those classes used one book written by a Black or other person of color. And our president, E.J. Brisker, had us delve a little bit more into what was happening on our campus while we were students as related to the university curricular offerings. And we found that not one magazine article about the conditions of African American people were being utilized in any class. And we were particularly outraged about that being the fact in music. So we went about the business of saying that our university is a public institution. It needs to be providing education opportunities for a larger number of minority students. It needs to be changing its curriculum so that both minority and white students and international students can learn the truth about what really has happened. And as a result, many students who've graduated from the university since '71 have gotten a truer historical appreciation for what history in this country has really been like. But you, graduates of 2020, have a very special opportunity and a really important challenge to figure out what it is you're going to do with your history degrees in the time of the coronavirus and other big national, international problems that are existing. But I'm confident, because I was able to play a significant role in our community being a history department, that you all will be able to do the same if you are willing to look outside the box of what history is supposed to be about, or how it is currently reflected, and look at other scholars and people from the working class, from immigrant and refugee communities, from African American communities that are able to work with you in building a truer picture of what history really has been like for all people. We were able to do that in our U.S. History Department on the campus when I was there. All of you who choose to and see the importance and the value and respect the field that you major in, you will play wonderful leadership roles in our government or in various aspects of the private sector than you currently dream possible if you're willing to take the chances, if you're willing to look at history a little differently than just the traditional way. And if you take as models things that other innovators in history have done before you, I just am happy that I get the opportunity to share these few nuggets of wisdom, if that is how they're coming through to you, on this, your graduation day here in June of 2020. I wish you well. I join your parents and all the other guests who are Zooming in with us this afternoon and offering you our support and trying to present a few perspectives that will help you in whatever occupation you choose to follow as a history graduate from the University of Washington. Peace be with all of you.